Well, good morning, people, and it's a lovely Father's Day morning in the man cave. I'm trying to rescue things with this last episode from the Western Isles, from the Outer Hebrides. The last video I put out, part 2 of episode 5, if you like. It just wasn't. It wasn't my best, let's put it that way, and I'm sorry. I'd lost the plot a little bit because I was suffering. And the weather started to turn, and I got back into coach driver mode. I was babbling on about all this history and background, and it's not what everybody wants to hear, I know, but it's. I picked up so much knowledge about the Western Isles while I was working out there, and I just felt I needed to put it over, But anyway, never mind. This is the last one, and I'm going to try and rescue something from this because it all went a little bit disorganised. My times ran into each other. My locations ran into each other. I ran out of time, and so yeah, I'm going to finish off with this one, and it's a little bit of what should have been in the previous one and what's left for the day after. If that makes any sense to you, well done. So without any more ado, we'll have a look at the map, shall we? So we left you around about there, in actual fact, having fully intended to include this run up to Ness and the Butterlewis, Lighthouse at Butterlewis. Then I'm coming back to the port of Ness here with a little gruesome story, and then backtracking effectively. I won't be filming, I didn't film down here, and I won't be putting it out in the video very much at all. But I came back down effectively to the edge of Stornoway. Did have an overnight there, but I'm going to, in this video, I carry on from there and we come down and we have a look at the High Peninsula out to Tiumpan Head Lighthouse out there. And then we backtrack again back to Stornoway, and this time we come out to Tong, a little house in Tong of interest, and then out to this lovely, what is the big beach. It's actually Trevor means the big beach, and we take a little run over the bridge to nowhere. You'll have to watch the video to get the story behind the bridge to nowhere, and then come back, and then we make our way down south and to the ferry. So that's this one. A little bit mix and match, I suppose you could say, really, but it is what it is, and it ties the whole lot up. So struggle through it if you can. Tell me what you think. Please don't hold back. Tell me what you think, and I'll learn from it. Okay, so yeah, give us a thumbs up if you can, if you feel it's worth it, and subscribe please, and if you're not already done so, and we'll see what comes next. Okay, see you, bye for now. We're just coming towards the village of Ness and its harbour, but there's a feature I want to go and have a look at first. We've got a bit of blue sky coming in. I was banking on this because we've come through some heavy rain just back there, but we've survived. It's a very changeable afternoon.
Ness Football Club. I don't think they're exactly Scottish Premier League, but apparently they put up a good fight occasionally. And I'm sure some of the footballers make up the, I'm not sure it's 10 or 12 men of Ness, who I'll mention in a little while. I even get excited about the bus shelters up here. Very simple but very effective. Like a giant's picnic table. It's a lovely run out here. There is a wee island 42 miles offshore further north, which we stand no chance of seeing, but it's an important part of the history and customs of this area. Down here on the right is the most beautiful little cove. There's a red sandstone building over on the far side there. That's it's a renovated salmon fishing station, is that? This was one of my favourite places to come out to with the coach. The oohs and ahs I got from the passengers at the back when we passed this little bay. Isn't that not just stunning? Absolutely beautiful. With the little salmon fishing station up there. And here we have the Butt of Lewis Lighthouse. It is wild out there today. And it's a spectacular situation, it really is. On the top of some very spectacular sea cliffs. What a place. What a location. The bird life out here is incredible. We'll not be hanging around for long. Just wanted to come out and so you could see the lighthouse. And so I could revisit the lighthouse, of course. That's where I used to park my coach. It's all been tarmac now. It wasn't when I used to come out here 6 years ago. It's marvellous. Yeah, so there's a wee rocky island out there that we're never able to see 42 miles away, called Skye. S-U-L-A-S-G-I-E-R. Skye. And that is an important feature to the people of Ness, the nearest village. What a spectacular place. What a truly spectacular place. One of the most common seabirds that we have throughout the British Isles, really. But yes, around the Scottish coastline as well, is the gannet. Spectacular seabird. Brilliant white plumage with black wingtips. Spectacular to watch them fishing. They dive vertically into the water at about 60 miles an hour. Must be a terrifying sight if you're a fish. Just got another photo here. Now, where was I? Skye. The rocky island out behind us. Like I say, 42 miles away. Every August, and this has been happening now for literally centuries. I can't remember now, I'm not sure if it's 10 or 12 men. The 12 men of Ness, or 10 men of Ness, I'm not sure, go out there in a fishing or a trawler or a fishing boat. And this is distasteful. I know it's distasteful, but it happens. And it still happens. And they harvest what's called the guga. It's referred to locally as the guga harvest. And out on Skye, it's one of the places where the gannets breed. They've got nests all over the cliffs, and those guys go out there once a year, every August, and they have an allocation of, I don't know how many hundreds it is, but they're allowed to take this allocation of young birds, young gannets, before they've reached the flight stage, and they deal with them over there. They kill them, gut them, pluck them, and salt them while they're out there. They camp out there and then bring them back and distribute them amongst the villagers of Ness here. Conservation groups, the RSPB and the like, have been up in arms many times, but it has no effect whatsoever. It's a tradition. It's a centuries old tradition, and the population of gannets can stand it at the moment anyway. So it still goes on. And there are one or two places up here that I've stopped at with the coach for cups of tea and what have you. And there are two people I can think of that have promised me faithfully that when I come back again, they will make me try the guga. Apparently, it tastes a bit like fishy chicken. Fishy chicken indeed. Sounds a bit fishy to... no, never mind. This is the village of Ness. The harbour cafe's open. It's a lovely little harbour. Like I say, traditionally it's where the 12 men of Ness depart from to go on the guga hunt, or the guga harvest, I should say. Distasteful, but it happens. It's an important part of the lifestyle, I suppose. And the beach across there, it's just beautiful. It's lovely. Just look at that. Absolutely lovely. So that was the Butt of Lewis and the harbour at Ness and the guga harvest every August. So I'll switch off for now and I'll see you again in a bit. Well, we're heading into Stornoway now. Try and find some accommodation. Bunkhouse. Let's see what the score is. Well, good morning people. It's not the best of days today. My voice is getting worse, but the job has to be done. So, like I said, we're just on the outskirts of Stornoway, the main town, in fact the only town really on the Outer Hebrides, certainly the principal town. So there's one or two little things I want to try and take in before heading down to the ferry at Tarbert. Yeah, so we're going to take a run out to a little feature known as the Bridge to Nowhere. I suppose it's a bit gimmicky really, but no, it is part of the island's history. Part of the history I've touched on already with regard to Lord Leverhulme and his proposed fish industry. It's just out beyond a place called Tolsta is the Bridge to Nowhere. It's a fantastic beach out there as well, but there's one or two little settlements on the way across. This first one we come to is the village of Tong. And Tong has a claim to fame. I'm going to try and find it. So bear with. Welcome to Tonga, to give it its Gaelic name. It's only a tiny place, is Tong, not many houses at all. And I do believe this is the very house. This place, until 1930, was the home to Mary Ann MacLeod. Mary Ann MacLeod. As I say, she lived there till she was 18, but she had greater ideas, and at 18 she emigrated to America, to North America. Took on a job as a maid, housemaid, eventually working for another Scot who'd made big time out there, Andrew Carnegie. And it was whilst working for him that she met her future husband, and his name was Fred Trump, property developer out there. Yes, that was Donald Trump's mum. That was her house we just passed. So let's go and find the bridge to nowhere, shall we? It's a windy old day again, so I'm going to switch the camera off for a few minutes until we get closer to. Will you rejoin me at Tolsta? And you can see the cliffs ahead of us. It's a really rugged piece of coastline, is this. When I was working out here with the coach, I quite often, on my days off, I quite often catch the service bus out here just to go and do a bit of exploring. So it's nice to be across here under my own steam and able to get back out here. Something I used to find when I was travelling around was empty, sometimes abandoned houses, and asking around, because property is cheap out here. People come out here on holiday, come out exploring if you like, and develop a love for the area, very much like I did. And of course, what could be better than have your own property? So they make big plans, decide to live the alternative lifestyle, come out to buy a property, come out here, some cases even have a property built, have a cottage built, come out here, spend maybe a couple of years out here, more to the point a couple of winters, and it's just not the same. Life is hard. It's great to see the area when it's better than this, shall we say. Yes, it's great to see the area when it's in really good nick, but during the winter, and don't forget, we're that far north that daylight hours during the winter are very, very few and far between. Just look at that beach. Just look at that beach. I'll just give the camera a wipe. I know it's not the perfect day, but it's a fantastic beach. So much exploring to do around these lanes. It's just beautiful. It's just absolutely tremendous. Spectacular even. Well, it's been a wasted exercise bringing my drone with me this week because there just haven't been the right conditions. And down here was a great opportunity, to be honest. I've flown my drone down here, but because where we're coming down to is the bridge to nowhere. You see the bridge over on the right, a concrete bridge. This bridge was paid for and built by Lord Leverhulme, because his plans were, as I mentioned before, he was going to build a complete new fishing industry and fish industry full stop. Preparation plants, canning plants, all the rest of it. And he was building a road from here up to Ness, where we were yesterday, where the Google hunters leave from, to make it easy to transport the fish by road once it's been caught. Transport it by road down the coast and down to Stornoway for onward transmission, shall we say. But of course, when the Maine came back from the Great War, they didn't want it. So it was, like I said, it was a lost leader for him. And this is now the start of a heritage trail. This track only goes so far before it becomes impassable, so I'm only riding this bit because I can. Because I'm on a bike that's built for no roads and built for all roads, and it gives us a mighty fine view back over the beaches. I did plan at one time that during my time here with the coach, that on my days off I would catch the bus up to Ness, up to the harbour, and walk down this path, this heritage trail. But unfortunately the job came to an end through COVID, and that was that. And that, I think, is as far as I'll go. Before it gets impossible to turn round. Tremendous view back over the beaches though, and back up to the village of Tolsta. Just such a beautiful place. I know the conditions are not perfect, but it is a tremendous place. And I was fortunate to be given the opportunity to work out here. Truly fortunate. Oh, photographs duly obtained, so we'll take a run back up to Tolsta. I'll stop recording and make our way around to the next headland, which will be the Eye Peninsula. We're looking across Broad Bay in front of us. You can't see the peninsula from here, but just out of sight is the end of the Eye Peninsula, which is where we're heading for next. And the lighthouse at Tiumpan Head. Well, this has turned out better than I expected, better than I hoped for. I just wish I wasn't losing my voice. There's that beach again. Such a fantastic beach that is. Even on the best of days, it never gets crowded. I'll switch off here and I'll see you across the way. Well, now we come out to the far end of the Eye Peninsula. I've not recorded the run out from Stornoway because apart from anything else, my voice is absolutely knackered. Plus, it's just a sequence of villages. Nothing wrong with the villages. It's just a sequence of villages, and nothing too fantastic about them. But like I say, we come out to the far end of the Eye Peninsula, and we're going to go down to lovely little harbour first. There's nothing there really, but it's just a nice little harbour to visit at Port Naguran. This is another area I used to come out to on the service buses on my days off, just to spend a little bit of time and a bit of wildlife watching, bird watching, dolphin and whale watching. I've said it before and I'll say it again, it was just a paid holiday for me, was that the coach touring industry. It's a marvellous looking property there, isn't it? What a fantastic view they got from there. So many windows. So this is a little harbour. It's not used. It has been a fishing harbour in the past, as most of them have been, but not these days. But this is Port Naguran. Great little place, really is. Nice little harbour wall as well. So unspoilt. Well, this place in front of us, this really always used to capture my imagination. Amazing place to live that would be. Views all around. So from here we'll go round to, it's only a short distance, round to Tiumpan Head. Tiumpan. Tiumpan Head. Another truly spectacular situation. With a lovely approach as well. But you can see what's the end of the road, can't you? One of my weaknesses. Tiumpan Head Lighthouse. Another of the many Stevenson lighthouses dotted around the Scottish coast and islands. And what a fantastic situation. Used to be a dog's home. Oh, kennels and cattery, yeah. These days, because all these lighthouses are automated now. I've been since 1998. The last one was automated in 1998. But like I said, by and large, with very, very few exceptions, they were built by the Edinburgh family of Stevensons, who that was a speciality, was lighthouses. Robert Louis Stevenson was the nephew of the founder, although he took up a different role, obviously, although his family told him he'd never make a name for himself as his artistic bent as a writer. Robert Louis Stevenson. Yeah, who do you know best? Right, photo time, I think. Bear with. Right, photo obtained. Time to hightail it back into Stornoway for lunch, I think. Got a squall coming our way, so I'll try and stay dry as much as I can. But what an amazing location out here. There's so many of them across here as well. And it really is a stunningly beautiful coastline. Righty-ho, time to go find myself a cafe. So I'll switch off for now and I'll see you later. Ah yeah, I said I was switching off, but we're just coming into Stornoway. So we'll have a little look through the town. It is only a small town, But this place on the left here, the Cala, this was my home for the time that I was here with the coach every other week. Not a bad hotel, to be honest. The town centre itself is over to our right. It's not that easy to ride through it. The best bit of it is pedestrianised. Over on the right, the conical looking place. This is the Kelmac ferry terminal. My goodness, this takes me back, it really does. This will be the time that I'll be catching the ferry as well, on a Thursday, as it is today, and we'll be joining the queue for the ferry just about now. Times change, times change. Can be quite a busy harbour at times. Some sort of a tanker there, oil to gas. It's quite a neat little town centre, really. Of course, we're here at a busy time. It's lunchtime. And over the way is Lewis Castle, built by Matheson. It's now a college and has a museum attached to it. So that's it, that's the town. Only a small one. But that's everything you need. So now I'll go and find myself a cafe. And I'll see you later. I'm already at the end of the trip effectively, here at Tarbert on Harris, and our vessel's just arrived to take us away, so that'll be about the finish of it. I don't think I'll be doing any commentary once we get off the vessel, so across on Skye, so I'll call it quits for this one, and ask you to, well, I'll thank you for watching, and if you could give us a thumbs up, it'd be great, and perhaps let me know what you think of this Hebridean trip, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. That's us back in Skye, and it's not too inviting. See you soon.